Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Fiona and I'm a full-time artist. And on this channel, I like to take you with me on my artistic journey. So I show you art projects from start to finish, whether that's in my studio or a public art project out in the wild. I show you art supplies I'm working with. We go see art exhibits. So basically any art related content. So if that sounds like something you're into, please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much and I would really appreciate it. So I am back at my residency this week. It's Monday, so I think I left off last Friday. There was a snowstorm and I was unable to come in. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off, but I thought first I would give you guys a little tour of the space. So let's do that. All right, so this is my studio space, and it is also where they have their classes. So when I come in, I typically will throw my stuff down on one of these tables. They usually have them set up in sort of an L shape. I can move it around as needed, and then I go over to this closet and you can see they have a space set up for me here. So on this shelf, I've been storing my wet paintings, and then underneath here, I have my canvases and my box of supplies, but I've took them out and I'll have them here or over there. Like I said, I can arrange the tables however. And then this is where I do my work. So here's my in progress stuff, my camera set up so I can record for you guys. I'm using my phone right now because image stabilization is way better on the iPhone than it is on that Sony. But anyway, I also have my tripod here, which I use to get some footage for Instagram. I'll link this below because this is actually a really good tripod. And I'll also link the camera in case you're interested. While the image stabilization is not the best, it is actually a good camera. But this is how I get set up and I just jump into work. So very lightweight situation. Speaking of, many of you commented suggesting suitcases or that particular type of bag, which is now escaping my brain. I'll put the name of it here, which a lot of people use for carting art related things back and forth. I haven't tried it out myself, so I'm not sure, but anyway, I've just been working on painting here and then working on administrative stuff at home, so I haven't had to go back and forth yet, but if I do, the suitcase is a great idea, and then I can always store it in there. So let's continue the tour. So I get a nice amount of sunlight in here. And this is what outside looks like out back. There's a TV, so when we had a committee meeting, the Zoom was streamed onto here. That might be the same thing for my artist talk. I'm not quite sure whether it will be through this or in the other room, but anyway, it'll be on screen in person. And then this clock, which is very helpful because this is how I glance over and make sure that I'm on time. There's also quite a few of these educational pieces around the room since they do classes in here. So they're kind of scattered throughout, as well as things that people have made. Coat rack, if needed. I tend to just throw my jacket on a chair, but always good to have. It's pretty out here, right? There's also an exit out here, which I probably would use if the weather was warmer. I imagine they could just prop it open in the summer. We got a good old color wheel here, a classic. Plenty of trash bins as well as racks for people to store their stuff. I've been using my closet space, but I'm sure if I needed it, they would let me. This is the Florence Bell Hillier Visual Arts Studio. I only learned that walking around here right now, but that's nice that she's being honored in this space. And then there's a nice sink set up here. This is a brand new sink that they had put in where there's like a catch here so it can gather any paint if people do put paint down the drain, and then they can pull that out to clean it, as opposed to having to have to get the sink, the plumber in to fix that. But you can see they keep it very, very clean, and yep, no paint in sink. So what I'll do is I wipe my brushes as much as I can with paper towels before rinsing them off, or maybe with a rag or something. But anyway, that's how they do that. So in the cabinets here, plenty of brushes if needed. I brought my own, but good to know. Lots of palettes, and yeah, I've been using their yogurt cups just to keep my brushes wet while I'm working. But they got cleansers and all sorts of stuff that could be needed. And then more paints. So if I wanted to play with anything, there's plenty of options here. Here's a cutting area if needed. So if I need to cut up any paper, I can do it that way, as well as use the rulers. Got plenty of them. And then a nice other little perk is I have my own bathroom in here, which is great. Hello. As well as I have control here of the temperature, which is necessary in the cold weather. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed that little tour of the space, but I'm now going to get into painting. Let's do it. Okay, so what is going on? I am doing Vogue Knitting live again. It is not my own work. If you may recall from last year, I did the event and I was repping an artist called Julie Rosvall. She's a printmaker as well as a fiber artist. So she knits these beautiful shawls or scarves and then runs it through her printing press and makes these exquisite prints. So I will put the last vlog up here and it'll also be in the description so you can check that out if you want. But this year she was invited to come back and showcase her work again, but she lives in Canada and she was unable to make the trip down. So she has shipped her work down to me and has asked me to rep her again. So I will be doing that and I'm happy to do so because she's a fantastic artist. And also just to say, as an artist, it's so nice sometimes to talk about somebody else's work and showcase their work. And yeah, thank you so much, Julie, for giving me the opportunity to do this again. So we are going to check out what she has shipped to me. I'm going to open a few of the boxes and take a look. I'm also sort of in prep mode, so I have to get together my toolbox and things so I can put together the display. Chris, who you guys know is my mural assistant, he will be coming on Friday to help set up. My dog is entering and leaving the room several times as I film this, as usual. So, hey, let's jump into it. Let the chaos begin. Zelda, stop that. Oh, good. For info. These are all the prints. Here's all of her cards. So she included her promotional materials here. And yep, all of the prints and everything are in that box, as well as magnets. So the display this time, instead of doing so many framed works, we're gonna do foam core and do magnets to it, because last year she brought a bunch of frame stuff, which is expensive to frame and then bring with you. But we realized that most of the people that come to this particular event buy unframed things. So yeah, we're gonna try that mounting system this time instead. But anyway, now that I've checked that out, I need to find my print browser and put together my toolbox and some other things. Chair for me to sit on, print browser. Speaking of Julie's work, here it is, hanging in the hallway here. So I just realized I can't find my Square reader. I know that on the phone, the app allows for people to tap. So I was just double checking that, but I normally keep my Square reader in my wallet and it's not there. So I might have to run to Best Buy just to get one, just to be safe. But like, this is like what the app looks like. So that means like if we were to charge $1, you know, review item and then charge, and then they can do tap, and then see, it lets someone tap their card, which is what I have been doing when I've had sales recently. But I don't know, I feel like people feel better just to see the thing. So I'm gonna go to Best Buy and buy one just to be on the safe side. I have no idea where I put it. Just kidding. Found my Square reader, as well as put together some change, just in case people spend cash. I noticed last year people spent a lot of cash, so bringing some of that. Hello, I am back. So yesterday I didn't get a lot done. One, I was not feeling very well. And two, one of my friends showed up and we ended up chatting, and I had to give her some work that she had purchased back in December. So yeah, not too much painting got done. And then today it'll probably be similar because I have a little bit of time, but then we're gonna do a run through of the artist talk I'm giving a week from today. So I'm getting nervous. But I think it'll be good. I'm gonna do my best. I saw a few of you had said that you'd signed up, so thank you for doing that. Anywho, I'm gonna get myself together and go in and see if I can get a little painting done before we jump into the presentation. Okay, 2 more boxes arrived, but I've stacked everything here. So this is everything. Stool, browser, all of Julie's stuff, my toolkit, and that should be it. Good morning, friends. So I am getting ready to head over for my residency today, but I just remembered that there's going to be a group in the room. I think I brought them up in the first vlog. They were docents from the Princeton Art Museum here, and yeah, they were saying how last time that they wanted me to spend studio time with them, and so that's what I'll be doing this time. I'm not sure if people will be like comfortable with me recording. If they are, I'll try and get a bit of footage, but if not, I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I just spoke to Kimberly, and this is an example panel of what we will be painting on in my Public Art 101 workshop, which will be February 24th. I'll have a link to it in the description if you want to sign up for that class. If you're in the area or if you want to commute over, it'll be for a few hours on that Saturday. And yeah, I'm going to give sort of a lecture about public art, and then we're going to paint some panels. They'll be bigger than this, I believe, and they're going to be installed outside the Arts Council after. So we're going to talk about public art and what it's like to be in it and how to get into it, as well as actually make a public art piece, which I think is really, really cool. So anyway, yeah, link will be in description if that interests you. And for me, since this is my sample, I'm going to gesso this. I'm going to do one side gesso, one side not, and kind of experiment with it a little. But I'm going to do that next week since I don't have very much longer here today, and then I have my artist talk next week. So, and you know, I have also Vogue Knitting Live this weekend, so lots going on. But then I'm going to focus on the workshop after. All right, that's me wrapped up for another day here, and yeah, I won't be back till Tuesday when I give my artist talk, so wish me luck. I will see you guys later. Good morning, friends. It's a rainy morning and we're off to Vogue Knitting Live. Let's go. Hello. So we just finished setting up. I'm gonna eat a sandwich and I'm gonna show you the booth. Okay friends, that's us done for night one and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Good morning. I gotta get myself down these stairs without tripping and into the city for the next day of Vogue Knitting Live. Let's go. Hi friends, I'm back for day 2. Hour 1 of today and tomorrow are a fully masked hour for anyone that's immune compromised, like myself, for anybody who might need it. So I'm just gonna get set up and that's gonna be kicking off in about a half hour. Here we go, we are all set up. So I have Julie's promotional materials, lots of her digital reproductions, and they have the same in box set. The framed pieces, which are lovely, as well as some unframed works. This is nice to hand people when I'm telling them about her work, which is like a swatch, so they can feel it. We talk about how it's silk and cotton, and I also say she has done wool, and this is the effect, versus something like this where you get a little bit more defined details. The mini printing press, her copper plate, which I personally love. Everyone loves to talk about that. Some more cards, except these are original prints on it. The book, which is gorgeous. And for people that don't want to flip through the book, here's spreads from it as well. And then some individual prints in the browser. This one in particular always gets a lot of attention. It's gorgeous. It's from a shawl she printed, and there's 3 pieces that are in here. But the amount of detail, and if you can feel the relief on it, it's so nice. But yeah, that's us all set up for the day. So I know other people here are setting up, but I'm gonna do a little wander before it starts, because once it's underway, I don't want to say I'm chained to the desk, but I am chained to the booth all day. So let's just do a quick look around. You can see this is sort of the back of the booth. And these are the elevators going up and down. So these people are really fun across from me. They're like doing raffles every day and giving away pins. I guess this is one of their products. Knit more, frog less. I wish I knew what all of that meant, but it looks pretty cool. And here is the marketplace. So vendors are just getting set up, but this is where a lot of the yarn is sold. Looks cool. There's a stage back there where they do talks and shows. Oh my gosh. Look how cute this is though. Love. How amazing is this? It's all these cats. They're all knitted. Look at them. So fun. Look at it. Oh my gosh. So good. Oh my gosh, like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Oh my god. There's a lot more artists this year, which I think is really neat. Because I think last year Julie was like 1 of 10. Here's another printmaker, Carol McDonald, doing knits with her, or doing prints with her knits. Very cool. Art blocks. How cool is this? I remember these guys from last year, the little gnomes. And here's Julie's row here. Yeah, people are still getting set up and just arriving.
I've been dibbling with drop that.
And we're back to Julie. So that was a quick tour, but we're gonna jump into the day. Okay, friends, we are done for another year. You're so tall, I have to go up the camera. I was like, Hi, darlings. It is another week at the residency. So I have my work here because I'm doing my artist talk tonight and they want to set up with some existing works of mine. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm just going to be practicing my presentation today. I'm not sure I'm going to paint at all. So I just want to make sure I'm prepared for tonight. And I know that it's going to be on Zoom or in person, obviously. But I don't know if there's going to be any recording of it. If it is, I'll show some clips from it. And yeah, if not, sorry. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Good morning, friends. It is the next day and I'm back here at the West Windsor Arts Council. It's actually the afternoon, so good afternoon, friends. I spent the morning parked over here on my laptop doing some administrative work that I needed to do for projects going on here, but last night's artist talk went really well. I'm so grateful for how many people showed up, and if some of you that are watching this were the ones that came along, thank you so much. I'm not exactly sure how many people were on Zoom because Kimberly, who works here, was moderating that, but in person it was a really nice turnout. I think we had 21 people or so. But anywho, in regards to artist talk, we did record it. We're doing an edit of it just to spruce it up, since at the end I did a Q&A and you couldn't hear the questions that were being asked. So we're going to do some title cards, and if you're interested to watch a recording of that, I'll leave a link below in the description where you can donate to the Art Center, just like a $10 donation if you can. And if you can email me a screenshot of your receipt, I will share a private link to the artist talk with you. Since, yeah, people paid to attend the event. So yeah, that would be great if you could make a donation. Anywho, what I'm working on today. So we have a public art workshop, Public Art 101 I'm calling it, where people can come here and I'm going to give a short lecture on public art, just a brief overview, and then we're going to work on creating a piece of public art that's going to be installed on panels outside the Art Center. I've probably already talked about it on here, but anyway, what I need to do today is I have a few scrap pieces here and some of the acrylic paint, and I need to do some tests to make sure, do we need to prime it, to what degree do we need to sand it, and if I do the acrylics, can I seal it after, since it will be going outside. You guys know from watching me, I typically use exterior house paint for any of my mural projects, especially ones that are going to live outside. But in the case of this, since we'll be working indoors on these before they're installed out, the fumes and things like that, it's just for safety purposes would be better to work with regular acrylics. And then the other piece is people are just more familiar with acrylics. Most people don't work with house paints. You can't really do too much of blending and things like that. So I'm going to be doing some tests, and then, as I said, I've been doing administrative work this morning, and part of this is figuring out, we have a set amount of time to do these panels, so I need to put in some creative constraints so people don't go too wild or feel like, oh, I don't know what to do, because we don't have a ton of time. It's like a 3-hour workshop. So maybe coming up with a theme, a color palette, things like that. And then I have to present that back to the Arts Council here to make sure that they can sign off on all of it, since whatever we make, it is going to be a true public art project. It is going to be installed outside here for the public to see. So we want to make sure that whatever we make in the workshop is good. So anywho, time to do some experimenting. I'm out of breath. I'm talking a mile a minute. All right, let's do this. All right, so I just finished the orange dot layer on this piece, and I only have about 15 minutes, so I think I'm just gonna clean up for the day, but I will be back tomorrow. Peace. Hello friends, I am back. It's another day here. It's a short one. I'm only gonna be here for about 2 hours, so I'm very tired. I went out last night. And yeah, I'm a little hungover. But anyway, I'm gonna work on some painting today and just keep it chill. Hi, good morning. I'm back here at the residency. I've set myself up in this corner today, nearest the window. I don't know, it's like a rainy day out, but for some reason, I feel like painting by the window. So that's what we're gonna do. The other thing I did since I saw it was raining, I put the tests I worked on out here today because I'm interested to see how the weather affects it, if at all. So yeah, they're getting a good drenching out here. So hopefully I'll have some more answers in terms of durability for the workshop. Okay. I'm most curious about is if any of this has come off because of the rain. no, looks like everything's, despite how wet this is, yep, everything's weathered it fine. Good, that's a good sign. Okay guys, that is me done for another day here. I'm gonna finish getting cleaned up and head out. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here, and I will see you at the next part of my residency. So, till then, stay well and stay inspired, my friends.